Hello, everybody. Okay, my name is Carrie, and I want to do my the second reading for Kenneka Jenkins. I did the Deviant Moon tarot cards this time. Just so you guys know, I'm new to doing this on video, so I like to keep my notes handy because to me, well, for me, I kind of draw a blank sometimes, and I don't want to do that and have to look it up or something just to figure it out. So I just I'm doing the best I can to get this all situated. Um, I just like to have it so I know and I don't get tongue tied or forgetful because I will. Okay, so my first question that I asked was, how did Kanika end up dead inside of the freezer? And I drew four cards for that question. And for that question, I got the Emperor. Dominating all that is around him, the Emperor sits on with confidence. Sorry, I choked up. Says his confidence, although pleased with his accomplishments. Let's see if I can see that real good. Although pleased with his accomplishments, the with his achievements, he looks toward other areas of conquest. Strong male figure, leadership, accomplishment, and ambition. So this is like a father figure of some sort. The next one would be Five of Pentacles reversed. Let's see if you guys can see that. Oh, let me turn it up just a little so that I can show it to you better because you can't even see it. The Five of Pentacles here, and it was reversed. So, a woman of ill repute makes her way through a narrow streets of the city. Having none of the city's amenities, she searches for a place of refuge among the industrial buildings. She soon discovers hope in the form of five pentacles in a church window. Because it's reversed, it means improved outlook, better times, new employment. So it seems like, you know, I'd seen that she had gotten offered that she was going to get a new job. So, you know, that could be, I don't know. I know that was confusing, but he could be upset. This person could be upset because she has a new job. It seems like someone is upset because of the new job. And the next one was Five of Cups. Let's see if you guys can see that pretty well. There we go. Five of Cups. The wrenched shrew berates her husband over three spilled cups, the contents of which empty slowly onto the floor. A rose lies in remembrance of the romance that once flourished here. Two cups that still stand up in spite of the wall that has come between the husband and wife. There is still hope for love still remains. Imperfect relationships, marital disappointments, and regret and loss. Um, Seems like the wife is mad. Okay. It's the wife. So, let me see. Let's see here. The wife gives him an ultimatum, I'm assuming, because of the woman. It's possible that he paid someone for their assistance. Ace of Pentacles is offering of money, an opportunity. The dragon grasps the magical pinnacle, holding the entire universe in his grip. He is a being of pure perfection, in harmony with both the material world and the spiritual world. Perfection, balance, prosperity, having the will to succeed. So, because of, her, basically, the man was commanded by the woman to make this happen, to restore balance, harmony, prosperity, even. Seems like maybe an opportunity was had there. Okay. So the next question was Irene a part of Kenneka's murder, and how old she was? So I did 2 for her, and I got the Sun reversed and the King of Pentacles. The Sun, twins meet by a wall. They came as 2 individuals, yet the sun above unites them into a single soul. Reverse, loneliness, unstable relationships, separation. Interesting. Does Irene have a twin sister? Interesting. Okay. And then the King of Pentacles. The great king holds the silvery emblem of his industrial dynasty. Although skilled in his business and trade, he focuses too heavy on material gain over spiritual enlightenment. Business know-how, wise investor, skilled in math, proficient in financial matters. So, a very rich man, which I'm going to say is the Emperor here. So, it's an earth sign man. That would be Virgo, Capricorn, or Taurus. So, she got offered, she was offered money for this one. Okay. She was offered money for sure, but is it her sister? Was Irene Kenneka's sister? Okay. So the next one was Monifa involved? And I got the Devil reversed and the Star. 2 major arcana cards. See, we have one here with Irene, but we have 2, and it's the Devil and the Star. Okay, so the Devil reversed. Standing on a volcanic globe, the Devil dances over the havoc that he has caused the city. Once a beautiful angel, he now roams the dark depths of men's hearts and binds them and their souls to his own. An unwavering pursuit of material gain, greed, and mind control. Yeah. So, yes. She is the main catalyst for what happened. No doubt. Okay, so, all alleged for entertainment purposes. I am not a detective or of any sort, and I am not accusing anybody of anything. This is simply what I see. Okay, and then the Star. A maiden sits on the shore and pours water into a crystal pool. 7 stars behind her, helping to bring the lands below. Hope of a sign of good things, renewed faith, fulfillment, and life's pleasures. This is like dumbing out your emotions. Seems like, was Monifa pregnant too at the time? You know what? Are Monifa and Irene the same person? Or, I don't know, something? I don't know. I'm gonna come back to that, okay? That's kind of weird. Okay. So the next one was Shemaya that I asked about. And I got Page of Pentacles. Sorry. Page of Pentacles and the Queen of Wands reversed. They're supposed to be the opposite right here. So Page of Pentacles and the Queen of Wands. So I'm going to show you the Page of Pentacles first. Page of Pentacles. The scholarly page reflects on an old pinnacle he has found in a scrap pile. He has built himself with spare parts like these, and he knows the value of such a remarkable discovery. Young scholar eager to learn, inventive mind. And the Queen of Wands reversed. The confident queen stands as a dominant personality in the forest. Her self-asserted energy radiates from her soul, attracting everyone she meets with inescapable charm. Reversed. Vindictive person, one who brings conflict, infidelity, and revenge. Okay? So, pages are always young people, and Shemaya, she was, I think she was like, but 16, 17. Like, she was the youngest of, like, everyone there. So, that's number one. Number two, this is definitely Shemaya here. They are messenger. They send messages. They deliver messages. So, Shemaya delivered the message to this person, the Queen of Wands. Or delivered Kenneka to this person. She is definitely the person who set it in motion. This one here. She fixed it. She's the mind that came up with the idea. Let's see here. Next question I did was, did Teresa have any part in Kenneka's murder? And I got, for the Teresa, sorry if I'm not being loud enough. For Teresa being involved, I got the Six of Swords and the Three of Swords. So, as you can see, like, it's a hot air balloon over the sky, flying over the sky. Flying in type thing. Six of Swords. The city is ablaze, and turmoil has overtaken the land. A lone citizen ferries himself to new shores in hopes of finding peace. Six of Swords, and in creating a vehicle for escape. A journey, escaping bad situations, entering good ones. And let's see here. Three of Swords. I'm going to read you this one and then I'm going to tell you what I think that means. The Three of Swords. A sad woman stands alone in a chamber as a terrible storm looms in the distance. Her heart has been pierced by the act of betrayal. She touches the top of one of the swords to see if her pain is real or imagined. Separation, heartbreak, stormy relationships, longing for an absent love. Okay. I think that she so I mean, you can look at this two ways. You know, she raced there, the city was on fire, and she flew to where Kenneka was to try and find her, and she was heartbroken because of that. Or you can look to it like she was the one that Shemaya let no info on, and she's the Queen of Wands. But I kind of like, I get that she didn't physically do anything to her. I get more so that she took an opportunity, like it was already done, and she used the opportunity that was already there. You know, there was nothing that she could do to improve the situation because she was already dead. So she wanted to kind of benefit more materialistically. Yeah, if that makes any sense to anybody. I don't think that it's saying that she physically did anything, because 5 is when conflict happens. So 5 is when the chaos breaks out. 3. Okay, we're gonna go on. So I don't think that she physically did anything to cause it, but I think that after it was already occurred, she used that situation to benefit from her heartbreak, her grief, her loss. She wanted to gain something from it because, you know, whatever reason, she wasn't going to gain regular schmegular justice. Okay. So the next one was Lenora. I asked if Lenora had anything to do with it. Lenora Harris. Lenore or Lenora. I got 10s, which is the completion. Completion is number 10. It's the completion of a cycle, you know, the end of a cycle. So I got the 10 of Cups upside down, which is a wounded soldier returning from war is embraced by his loving family. 10 Cups rise up from a full moon in celebration over his success, over their successful reunion. Reverse meaning is family strife, ended friendships, disruption of normal routines. Damn. Interesting. Okay. And then the 10 of Wands, you know, as you can see from the depiction, it's all about, you know, burdens, heavy burdens, being overburdened. An overburdened worker slowly makes his way home after a long day labor. Although he struggles, his attitudes are sufficient, his attributes are sufficient to handle his heavy load. Loss, and it was reversed, so it's loss, unable to maintain stability, treacherous actions. Oh my goodness. Lenora lost her husband. Lenora lost somebody, right? And because of this loss, she had family strife. And she wanted revenge, monetary gain. Hold on. Yeah, okay. So Lenora lost someone, and she thinks that it was Kenneka's fault. She thought it was Kenneka's fault, and that this act was like revenge, maybe. It was going to solve her issues. Alright. question that I asked, was Zach involved? And I got the Knight of Wands and the Three of Cups, which is 3 people. Reversed. Okay. So, Knight of Wands is a daring knight. Rushes across a grassy field ready to meet his troubles head on. Little does he realize his brash and impulsive delusions are the cause of his own cause of conflicts. Hasty decisions, a sudden journey, impulsive behavior. So, I think that's him leaving, going to New York really fast. Like, it happened, he had some involvement, and it happened, and he had to hurry up and leave. Three of Cups reversed. 3 merry souls celebrate their deliverance as they emerge from the inside of a ferocious sea creature. In spite of personality difference, the trio toast to their shared good fortune that was once a dark situation has finally become overcome. Reverse can signify illness, loss of life, pleasures. So, yeah, I think that loss of life's pleasure. He didn't want to go to jail. They escaped jail, at least. Let me see. Can't rush him. Rush him in. He was a part of 3. A team of 3. Definitely. He definitely has something to do with it. He ran off afterwards, though. And he left the other 2 holding the bag. So, yeah. The Fool and, I forgot to tell you that. I asked if Kenneka would ever, I messed up my clues. Will Kenneka ever receive justice? And I got the Fool. Which is unaware of his surroundings, the fool begins his journey. Innocent or young person, folly, acting without thought, potential. So, yes, there's definitely a potential that this person, okay, look at this one. Alright. 4 of Swords. The girl on the ground is dreaming again. 3 swords are plunged into the ground. To make her place of sleep, a 4th sword lays buried behind her. Rest, retreat, exile, inverted thoughts. Okay. So, I think that from the looks of it, her being dug up, there, well, it has the evidence is in the grave, basically. In her grave where she is buried, there is another sword. I think another person maybe or something. I think that Kenneka or someone was a twin, and it's not being stated. It's melted into one. Like, it's just showing one person. The peasant woman is offered money because the husband has been berated, The emperor made a little bit of a mistake with that. So he reaches out into an opportunity to make some money. Irene she was the sun, you know, the light who they want you to focus on. It's obvious here. Because she's alone. She's separated from everybody. She is like the sun, the focus, the focal point. To cover up these two? Or is she one of these two? I don't know, but it's weird. But she was given money by this person to be this, to be the face, as you can see here, the face. The Monifa here. If I can get it. Okay. The Devil and the Star. This is about unloading emotions. You know, everybody knows the devil about the puppet master. So, definitely the puppet master. And, in my opinion, she drowned Kenneka. Just what I'm getting for this reason here. Maybe. I think that she allegedly, for entertainment purposes only, Monifa was the root of all evil and the cause of all evil and the cause of the emotions that were put out into the water. I see nothing but water. Nothing but outside and water in the last reading that I did. So I'm going to tell you, I wholeheartedly feel that she was drowned in water and placed into the freezer by, now I feel Monifa. The next one is the Shemaiah. Just going over it again. Page of Pentacles. Oops. Page of Pentacles, Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands is very evil and action-oriented. The Page of Pentacles is a student wanting to learn. She's underneath. She's learning from this queen. Whoever this queen is. I think the queen might be Lenora. Possibly. Lenora might be the queen. I can't be certain on that because I don't know for sure, but someone that Maya was close to and looked up to, respected, and thought of as, you know, or was more successful than her or over her. The Mother, the Six of Wands, the Six of Swords, and the Three of Swords. What I gather from this is, you know, she didn't cause this. I don't think. I could be wrong. I don't think that she had anything to do with the murder per se. I do think she had something to do with the movement of the body into the freezer. But I don't think that, I think that she took an opportunity from the havoc that already had been, you know, already been caused. Like, after it had already been caused, she made some decisions. But she was heartbroken. But she made some decisions to try to benefit from her grief, which isn't right. But, you know, I mean, she probably chalked it up to it was the only way she was going to really get justice because, you know, there's a lot of factors that go on in this type of things that you have to think about. Not just a hotel, but a community of people who, you know, won't say nothing. Like, you know, I get it, don't snitch, and I get, you know, whatever it is, but when the police come on silent, like they ain't telling, it's like frowned upon, you'll get killed too. And whatever situation led to what happened to Kenneka, like, I don't know. You know, we don't know. We weren't, you know, they say it's an accident, but, you know, no way in hell this is an accident. Just not. Anyways, Lenora. I kind of feel the same way, but I feel like after it was done, she was really she was burdened by the fact that she lost this person, the man of the home, the support system, you know. And once she had lost him, you know, she felt overburdened, a strife. This one she felt happened because of family strife. She felt like Kenneka was responsible for the loss of this one and her overburden, and that it was on her to pay that debt back, basically. Okay. For Zach, the Knight of Wands, Three of Cups reversed. I think that, I mean, a Knight of Wands comes in for battle. You know, Wands is the most physical element in tarot. So I'm going to say that he was definitely involved. And I think that he was in cahoots with Monifa and Shemaya and whoever the third person is. I don't think the third person is Irene. I don't get that, so to speak. I don't get that she's necessarily like, she's like the birth of an idea. So her party, or the party that was being thrown, I feel like that she was told that this is what she was going to get money for. To be in front of the camera, or to distraction, changing clothes. Maybe she was the one that walked down the hall. That might have been what her role was, but Irene, I don't see her like manipulating shit, so to speak. She kept the light from being shown on what was going on who, you know, I don't know. But I don't think that she had a real hand in it at all. She was separated from everybody else, but definitely. And will she ever receive justice? The Fool, you know, it's about beginning a journey, you know. Noticing the police uniform here. I think that, you know what? It's possible that she already got justice. That might mean that this justice has already been served, so as much as it can be. The rest is, you know, buried with her. So I guess we'd have to zoom to figure that out. But this is partial, in my opinion. It's a partial justice. Partial justice has already been served. So I think that it's important to touch on a few things that I think are important. First of all, ladies, this culture that we live in today and this generation that we're in, I have seen so much that women think of each other more along the lines of competitors, jealous, you know, having to be better than, frenemies even. Like it seems like every friendship is a frenemies and there's no real love. You know, they keep them, you know, we have such easy access to each other now, where you have friends on Facebook, where you don't really see them, but you see their lives, you see the pictures they post. And if you notice, on Facebook, people comment and like and are all about drama causing posts. But you can notice the difference with the substantially less likes and comments when it's a positive post, when it's something that you're succeeding in. So, what comes about for a lot of these females, even ones that are friends, like they're never really friends. And if you have those friends, they're very few and far between because it's really, really hard to find real people who don't value money over everything, okay? This is what I want to touch on. There were so many people at the party, so many people that knew about this, and not one of them was a real person enough, was real enough, had enough compassion, enough heart, enough anything to even rectify the situation for this poor baby. Okay? I don't care what Kenneka did in her life, to be honest with you. No one deserves or no one has the right to play God and to take someone's life. We are not God. We are not here to be God. What we are here to do is to learn and to be compassionate, to feel, to have emotions, to go through the anger, sadness, happiness. And the lies that some people, and specifically, I'm talking about the people and the gangs and stuff like that are in Chicago, these poor souls are being forced into a life. I know that it's totally on, the individual to pick their lives, and I'm not not trying to take any blame off of the individuals who commit these egregious crimes. But I'm just saying, like, why is it that in America today, in one of these supposed to be greatest countries, we still have communities where these children have, very limited choices because, their parent, especially the single parent families where the mom's doing it all by herself, but because of how high the economy is, how much it even costs now to even live, both parents are having to work even in two-parent homes. It's really difficult to have quality time and for these parents to really be involved and bonded into these kids' lives. So when they get older, they're on all to their own devices, and in the poverty-stricken places and in rougher neighborhoods, you have no choice but to get involved into a gang if you don't want to, end up getting killed just because, or getting messed with, robbed, all these things that can happen to you if you're not in a gang. They get forced with either join the gang or face the repercussions that come from denying this gang that's in your neighborhood. And they get forced into lives, that aren't beneficial to them. Because although when gangs were first started, they were meant as a way to help the community because they felt like the police weren't doing enough, they didn't care, and they were trying to, help their own communities, protect their own communities because they felt like the cops weren't doing it. Well, that's not what it is now. You have gangs that are causing the crime, that are killing their own people, that for literally nothing, or for saying their names in like, a drill rap or whatever it is. And I get that because they're dissing people that have died, and that's not right. And I'll never understand it, but they take away their emotions. They dissociate these young people. take away their souls, essentially, just because of the things that they encounter. But, you know, the Jeffrey Epsteins of the world, they don't come to your neighborhood. It's your drug dealer down the street. It's your friend that you've known for 10 years. Because when people value money over anything, that means they're going to cross you for the right price. There's a price for everything when money's everything. Gangs aren't what they're supposed to stand for. They do not help these young men's lives. They actually fuck them up. Because these poor babies, like, that are 15, 14, and they get into these gangs, and they can't get out, because, you know, if you get out, you basically get killed for just trying to have a life. I'm sorry. And there's nothing that they can do, but they feel but those things. Because, you know, they don't have the money to go to college. What's the point? What's the point in even finishing school if I'm not going to even be able to afford to go to college? Because, you know, in my state, or where I'm from, and I can actually do it, there's so many people trying to go that there's not going to be any room, or you can't even afford to go to college because you still have to work, because bills don't stop. You don't have time to go to college and work, you know. There has got to be something that can be done to fix these situations, to help them, to improve them. Because these babies, I don't care where they're from, and they are babies. Anybody under 18, even 20-year-olds, are babies, and they deserve a right, and they deserve and have the right to live with the same opportunities as anybody else. We need to take these circumstances. I don't care if you're black, white, Asian, whatever you are. It doesn't matter to me. Our skin color is nothing but a shell, and people get too hung up on a shell. But we are all human beings, and there are human beings of all colors that are forced into these lives and forced to live in darkness, and that shouldn't be. Not with advanced as technology as we have, as advanced minds that we have. There has to be something that can be done, and, you know, hopefully more people understand that and realize that the change begins with them. Martin Luther King, you know, Malcolm X, Abraham Lincoln even, all stood for something. Be it what it may. Hitler even stood for something. At least he stood for something. He stood for killing, you know, all the Jews, but not that that was great or anything, but, you know, at least he had the courage to speak out among the masses. His stuff wasn't right. I'm not saying that. But he had enough gall to try to change something that he felt passionate about, that he felt was wrong. We ain't all right, but, you know, everybody's getting too comfortable going with the flow, not rocking the boat, you know, just living, you know, just trying to make it to the end. It ain't worth shit if you don't stand for something. So everybody have a good day. That was my reading on the Kenneka Jenkins case. Thank you.